At the time, I wanted it bad. And it's really what drove me. It drove me without, you got to have some drive, you got to have some ego, you got to have some want, or you're worthless. If you have no ego and no desire, you can have desire for money, it'll last for a while. I never had the desire for the money. The money was after effect. The contract, I was a jackass negotiating with those guys, but after the negotiation's over, I didn't think money. I didn't win motorcycle races for money. Only 2 days in my life did I think about money in motorcycle races. I know both days. Once I was given one back to Howerton. I gave it to him. I shouldn't have. I'd never do it again. And once was in Europe, it was big money and I wanted it. But that's all. Everything is just about beating their ass, not about money. Money is a facet of it that you get later. But I didn't race from money.
I still think that most people that didn't know you still believe it was all about the money.
Not in hell. Not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell. Yeah. I negotiated my contracts as good as I could, but money was, I took a cut and pay to go to Honda of 200 grand. I'd have rode that son of a bitch for free. They didn't care. It was about kicking their ass and telling Yamaha, you know, you guys, at that time at Yamaha, the Japanese thought Glover and I were out of shape. And I said, no, your bike's are a piece of shit. And how do you tell a Japanese guy over there, the president of the company, your bike's a piece of shit? He don't get it. He says, no, our guys say you're out of shape. I go, how do I tell a desk jockey that I'm in shape? I go, you're rudely mistaken and I'm going to find that out. You know, Glover was in perfect shape. So was I. The bikes, they were falling down on the bikes. And I wanted that Honda at that time to show them that. You know, it wasn't about money.
How do you think today's riders would stack up when you compare them to guys in the 70s?
Riders learn, riders get better and better and better, but I firmly believe you take the best rider now, put him in 1978 in a Belgium GP on 78 motorcycles, and Roger would kick the crap out of him. I mean, I hate to tell you. That's the way it is. It's not they're so much better than Roger now. Their bikes are way better than Roger's, but they're not better than Roger. I wasn't better than Roger when I came along. But these guys that think they're way greater riders than those old guys, than Joel or Roger or Heike, they're full of shit. They're full of shit. I know my greatest day and ever and best shape and best bike. I don't want in a GP with Heike and Roger. I don't want in that race. And so these guys today they may think, oh yeah, we're way faster than those guys. No way.
Yeah. I'm assuming you consider yourself to be probably as fit, if not the fittest guy out there when you got to the start line. Is that the case?
In my days?
Yes.
Yes. Because I figured out when I came in 76 and say 76, 77, 78, maybe by 78 I was, but 76, 77 I wasn't. If you put me in a 250 national in 77, qualifying times, I'm 10th. I'm 10th. Weiner, Tony, Marty, Paul, you name them, they're all ahead of me. But I figured out that they were going to tire out, and at 30 minutes, I can be the fastest guy on the track if I'm going faster at 30 than I was in the beginning, and I could. I learned it, I warmed up, I was ready to go. At 30, I wasn't tired, and they were tired. Yeah. And then I won the race. I never won the race in 77 from the gate because I wasn't as fast as those guys. So no, I didn't win them then. I got faster. In 83, I was the fastest bastard on the track. I had no doubt. Nobody's going to argue that. Yeah. You know, I'm not bragging. Nobody's going to argue that, you know. But 77, I wasn't. I won a lot of races in 77 only by tiring the poor boys out, you know.
What does it really take to win?
We all have ego. Every rider ever rode one has ego. He wants to win. Everybody, I used to say, everybody on the starting line on Sunday morning wants to win. I heard Galen Mosher tell his mechanic one day sitting right next to me, he goes, Monday morning, I'm going to start training. We're going to win some of these. I go, what the F have you been doing for 6 months? I'm winning today because I was training in October, Mac. I didn't train last week to win today. I trained 3 months to win today. I trained 3 months ago to win today. This dumbass is thinking on the starting line, he realizes we all want to win. And he's thinking, I'm going to start training. No shit. Now? I looked at him and I'm talking to McCarty, I'm going, what? This guy's out of his flipping mind. He's going to start training Monday, he says. What the fuck for next year? You know, I just cracked up. McCarty and I were going, oh my God. I just cracked up when I heard that. I go, that tells me something about these jackasses. That's why I can beat them. I'm going to start training Monday. I really want to win one of these. No shit.
What was your scariest moment on a bike?
The scariest?
Scariest. Can you remember it? Kind of like, oh shit.
No, because it all happens so fast. Even when you get hurt, it's not scary. It just,
Yeah.
I don't think, scariest time I had on a motorcycle was running from the police on a road bike. I used to do it, and that's scarier because you're worried about getting caught. But not on a motocross bike. It's really not scary.
There must have been a few moments like that when you were in rental cars.
Yes. Well, we ran from the cops in the rental cars too. And one time in Texas, I ran, the car didn't have enough horsepower, and we were pissed off, and the cop just ran us down because I didn't have any horsepower, and it took me to jail in Dallas. I gave up. I finally gave up. I said, I go to the guy in the race, I go, we don't have a horsepower, man. We can't outrun this guy. We tried like hell.
What were you doing before the cop stopped you?
We were just hauling ass. We were doing 85 and a 35 going to breakfast, and I see the cop. I go, we can outrun him. And so we tried to outrun him, and I said, this car's a pile, you know. I don't have any power.
Everybody has a rental car story, right?
Oh, we had a lot of them then, and it was terrifying every day in the cars there. It was bad in those days. In the end of the 70s, everybody was bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Nobody got
Worse than you can imagine.
Yeah. Nobody got hurt, but it was close sometimes, right?
Oh, we had races at night in Florida, in the Florida Series down there. Danny Laporte was out there, Burgett out there. I remember 5 cars came out there, and 4 of them didn't even go home. We're racing, seeing who could go across the lake, get back 80 mile an hour, and see who had the gall to get out further and hydroplane, you know? And each guy would go, go a little further. You know, it was bad.
The coffee table book is coming along, but while you wait patiently, we'll try to bring you some more rider videos. Thanks for watching.